Okay, in this lesson, we are going to most important and exciting things in simlab composer, that is training builder. It's a visual node based of system of the simlab composer. Here you can click and drag the nodes on a screen, and with the scroll mouse up and down you can zoom, and with a click and drag you can select node, move them. With holding middle mouse button you can pan, and you can click and drag, select and delete them. We have 1 2 3 4 and almost 5 parts of the nodes. These are input nodes. For example, if you want to enter in scene sequence or scene state, or if you want to import an object or anything, a string, variable, you can use the input. The event means if you enter an area, if you grab something, if you trigger or click on anything, then do these commands that called response. So if you want to something, then do this. So the response, do the object, the event are if in programming. So we begin with that, and then this is a response. I explain them with a lot of 7 or 8 example, and I go and explain most of the nodes. Some other tutorial. Okay. First, I want to simulate a sliding door with a sound that hasn't triggered. I insert a very simple shape for door. Make it here. Okay, for example, this is our sliding door, and when I want to reach to the area, I specify the area, the door automatically open. So we want to simulate automatic door. It's very easy. First, we have to create animation. Going here, select both of them and set keyframe here for both objects. Going, for example, to this frame and select and move them to a specific number. For example, this, no, more, 1 meter, -1 meter, and 1 meter of this. Oh, sorry. Selected, and 1 meter here. And as you can see, the animation will be created automatically. Select both objects to bring it in animation all of the keyframe, and select all and make both objects store in sequence. And store in sequence, of course, we need to reverse for close the door. It okay. And going to the sequence here, this is an closing and this is an opening. And here we choose the open door and select it. Reverse means close. Okay, we rename it and everything is okay. Now, you can select them and add, for example, add play sequence. When you click on that, you can open it. But I want to more complex things. So I want when this person reach to the specific area of this door, it will be automatically open. So we create, for example, a cylindrical object here. Bring it here. And we specify the object with this. Okay. We bring it, make it bigger. And if this third person reach and hit this area, approach to this area and contact the this cylinder, the door will be automatically open. Okay. Or after that, leave that area, it's automatically closed. So here in a material, we don't want to see that. You can go here in the alpha As you can see, make it invisible. Okay, you can make it invisible, and as you can see, we do not touch them, we do not collide with that. Okay. Oh, we collide, sorry. Oh, we have to. Okay, it's not a problem. Just you make the alpha 0, you collide it. If you bring it as a trigger, it will be automatically disable its collision, and you can go through that. Don't worry about that. Okay. Okay, first going to for this first example, and I want if you this door open, a sound I want to will be happen here. Go to training system. As you can see, we have a lots of tab here. You can do your programming in tabs and rename them if you want to, don't confusing, and if you have a complex visual programming, you can use it. Okay. Okay, what do you want? I want if this person reach to this object, contact to this object, or enter to this object, a sequence will be played with the sound. So, what do you want? First, you have to input the objects. This is for importing the object to the scene build for training builder. You have to use scene node. Scene node means all of this object here. Okay. I want to this, as you can see, this is an empty. You have to specify this node object that you want. Simply click your viewer start position and click on this icon. As you can see, this viewer start position set to this node, and this person is this node. Specific, it's defined this node. Click and drag. I need another node. This node is this cylinder. Okay, I want to this object read to that object. What do you want? The first node that I want to explain, if event. If you want, if node inter node, this inter to this. Select it, you can use it. Okay, so it tells you if the node A, you can simply click and drag and connect the corresponding color. There are, as you can see, there's similar color. Simply click and drag. To detach that, you can click and drag again. So as you can see, this is scene node A, or you can specify it here, but I prefer a separate node here. If the node A goes or enter to the node B, execute, do something. Do something. These are doing. These are doing command or if command. Okay, do what? Open the door. Open the door. What is the open the door? Play sequence. Okay, play sequence. The light blue. Execute to execute. It means if this option, if this node contact this node, execute this sequence. As you can see, we have to define which sequence do you want to if we reach to that cylinder. Sequence open, simply click and drag and connect this sequence to that. And if you want to loop and loop but don't like to loop, you can false. It means don't loop. True means loop. And everything is done. It's done. Its execute is not important. So when you reach that, it will be open. Test it. Our first programming in simlab. As you can see, if you reach that position, a play sequence will be happen. And I want to exit that area. I want to close that. Okay, you can make it a bigger. Okay, if this person exit that area, I want to close sequence will be happen or execute. So what can I do? If here the first node that you explained, node inter node, node exit node. click and drag it. Okay, if, as you can see, you can click and drag and connect it to any object that you want. If this person exit that area, it means this cylinder, you can play another sequence. Which sequence do you want to play? Execute to execute. Which sequence do you want to play? Close sequence. Play. And everything is done. And test it. Reach. Exit that area. It's closed. Interesting. And now I want to play a sound. Okay, if and play a sequence and play a sound. Click and drag, playing a sound. If this internode, no, I want to, if this play sound, I want to, if this animation play, I want to play a sound. Which sound do you want to play? You have to enter sound here. Okay, enter sound. We have to specify a node base here. For doing that, we have to enter sound. Sorry, where was that? It was here. Create a sound. You can bring a sound here, and of course make a constant or a special. Don't important. The range is nice, and I don't want to play on a start or loop. I want to programming. Just specify a sound. I insert the open and close the door, and it's okay. And now we have a sound. You can rename it, the object, to sound, open, closed. Rename them to sorry, do not confusing. Okay, you can bring sound anywhere that you want. Bring it here, or you can make it a constant. Maybe constant is good because I want to open. And going to the programming, and we have to specify this sound. We have to enter a node that assign this sound to that, and then you can, it does not apply. You have to select the sound and click here. Just play a sound. What type? It means I want to play. So test it and see what you got here. Nice. As you can see, we're programming a very interesting. And if I exit that area, I want to play sound again, you can simply Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V, copy that exactly. And I want to execute. What happened here? It means if this and play sequence, it means open will be happen, and after that also play the sound. To execute, play the sound. It's very interesting. Test it again. And here open, and if we leave area, interesting. Okay, you learned first programming of this software. It's very easy. Okay, another example is message box. The message box, we click it here to open and open. Training. Okay, this is I want to explain another interesting thing called message box. Show a message box. If something happen, then show message box. For example, you can close it. For example, if you click something, for example, in 3D model symbol, click this icon. If we click this icon, a message will be shown to us. Here, that's nice. If you click on that, I want to explain trigger. If you click on that, a message will be shown to us. Here, if no trigger, it means if you click an object in a scene, which object? We inserted the object, select object, and click on this icon. It means if this object is connected, if this object is not triggered, click, do something. Do what? Do message. Click and drag it, show a message. Execute, to execute, and it says two things. It asks you to type a title, type a body message, and which object do you want to play on it. You have to assign an object, this object again, this is our node base, to the node, scene node here. It means if you trigger this object, show this message box on this object. Which message box is this? Tutorial cells. And anything that you want, you can type it, anything here. As you can see, you can type any contact that you want and hit OK. And everything is done. Close it. And we are going to, make it here, show in a viewer. And it's very simple. Hold your left click, go over that and release it. As you can see, a message box will be appear here. And it's always face to the camera. Interesting. And you can close it. Click, hold your mouse and release your mouse. If, as you can see, the highlight and release it. As you can see, a message box is on this object. Interesting. Okay, can save our project. Another interesting example is a laptop. Close and open a laptop and you can turn on or off its monitor. I bring a laptop. Okay, this is our laptop. It's normally closed and I want to click on it open and its monitor will be turned on. Okay, this is a monitor. I want to make a scene state from that and I want to close it. Okay, this is a screen. Which one is selected? This is and this is. Oh no. Screen in no cover. I want to select whole screen. And unfortunately, it's inserted again. We have a problem here. Okay, now I select the outer door and right click and add a pattern to them because I want to animate them like this. First, I have to change the pivot point, it 4. To bring it that, I bring the pivot points in this direction, turn off the... Okay, as you can see, I need more down, exactly here, nice. Bring the pivot point there and hit 4 again to exit that mode, going to this mode, and as you can see, you can close it. Oh, it's bad, I think. The pivot point there. What's the problem with store? I make the pivot point more upper 4 and test it again. Now it's better. We have to make it correct. 4. Okay, it's in this position. Going to the animation, and I make an animation for that. Hit keyframe, go to the, oh, it's automatically open. Interesting. And select it and make it open. And a keyframe will be here. Go to the first frame. This is an VR desk that is automatically open. Because of the animation, it has an animation, it's automatically has animated. Select all keyframe of that opening laptop and send them to sequence and lap. And of course, we need create reverse and hit OK. And everything go to the sequence laptop. OK. As you can see, this is a drawer. It's the animation sequence of the drawer. This is a laptop and laptop reverse. Could open and close of laptop. We can use it in the programming. Another thing that we want is animating the material of this screen. Material of this screen. We want to be it will be dark. Turn off the first time and then turn on. Okay, going to the material, we can capture a scene state from the selection. It's very interesting. Going to scene state, capture. Just I want to capture the material. Material of that object, set selection. Going to the scene state, this is in scene 1. I want to make the color dark and capture scene state again. Okay, as you can see, it's turned on and off, and you can simply click and drag the scene state to the data object. I will explain them. It's very interesting. Okay, bring the first time. As you can see, it's automatically I want to first it turn off, so we turn it off. And going to the programming. If you don't confuse, you can add another tab. It's not important. Okay, what do you want? If we click this laptop, use first this if click which object, the laptop, we insert the object, specify that laptop, Mac, select it and click here. If this object is clicked, then execute what? Play sequence, okay? Which sequence? Open the laptop. Open it. And okay. And what I want after? I want after. Here, look at if. Oh no, sorry. If the. Yes, I need this. If sequence ended. Okay. Test it first. I explained it is what happened here. Test it. I want to explain it's a sequence node here. The scene state nodes. Go here. Oh, it's it's not important. If you click it, it will be open. And after that, I want to this monitor will turn on. Terrain fly. Why? Desk. Select them. Hit G to snap it to the ground. Okay. What I want again? I want to, if it's open after a delay, its monitor turn on. So, if the sequence ended, which sequence do you want to end it? opening. If the opening sequence ended with a delay of 1 second, or any time that you want, 1 second or 2 seconds, after delaying of 2 seconds, then what? Then do what? Playing, apply a scene state. Apply scene state. Execute the scene state. Which scene state do you want to apply? It's turn off at the first, and I want to turn it on. Click and drag a sequence here and click it. Again, what happened? If the laptop is clicked, the sequence of open laptop will be apply, and after it's open, I want to 1 second. After it's completely open, sequence ended, with a delay, apply a scene state. Which scene state? Scene state to the laptop. And test it. You can speak with yourself to programming visuals. Very nice and interesting. Go in here and see what happens. If you click on all laptop, it will be open. After open ended, 1 second, it turn on. This turning on the monitor is based on the scene state. As you can see, we mix the scene state and the play sequence to the programming software, the programming builder. Interesting. Go to the next example. Next example is this node. For example, I'm here, bring our node base of our person here. I want to guide them to this laptop, for example. I want to guide it. So another node that I want to tell you, this is a guide point to object. Click it, drag it here. What do you want? I want, if I open the VR, guide me to the laptop. If, so we have to use this, if this. Scene start. If scene start, execute to execute. If the scene start, point to what? Which object? Point to the laptop. Bring an object, select the laptop, and click on this icon to specify that. And connect it here. Or you can select this, but I prefer this. You can specify the time, what time this guide will be happen, but if it's 0, it's always there. And everything is done. You have to show viewer, and what happens? Automatically add a guide for you. Look at here. As you can see, we have a guide here that's guide us to the laptop, and it's guide. And I want to, if I reach the laptop, it will be end the guide. It's interesting. Okay, so with that, we need to specify an area to that. Again, we give a cylinder here, hit click here to insert it there. And if we select it, if you reach this area, it will be done and end. Okay, again, make it 0 alpha. And this is our cylinder. Please rename them to don't be confusing. So going to the builder, what I want to do, I want, if I reach that area, if I enter, if which, who, the third person, to which area, select two object, select the viewer, click on here. The second object is this cylinder that as an area, click on this object to specify that. If I reach to that area, executes what? here. End guide. Remove. Point to object. Finish. Remove the guide. If I reach that. That's it. And we need guide for just one time. It's interesting. Okay, guide me there. And if we reach that area, as you can see, the guide will be disappear. Interesting. So you learn two nodes again. Another node is glowing. You can glow something to guiding to that object, for example, glow object. You can glow the laptop also. It's not important. It's glowing. If the scene start, of course, if the scene start, or for example, you reach to something, it's not important. Glow the laptop. Which is the laptop? Where? Sorry. Confusing. Not important. Select and import the laptop again. Select it. Select here. Specify the laptop. Glow the laptop. If I reach the laptop, I need the glowing. Here you can specify the time just for 4 seconds. Glowing that. Oh, it's here. Open it. Glow the object. It's very interesting. You can test all of the nodes yourself. I think this viewer is some cases. As you can see, the laptop is glowing for 4 seconds. Oh, it's ended very fast. 6 seconds. Okay, thank you. When scene start, as you can see, the laptop is glowing. You can see. After 6 seconds, it will be disappear. So this is a glow node. Or you can end unglow the object after we reach an area exactly like this. This is an unglow. Unglow object if, for example, we reach an area or something else. You can delete it. You can test it. It's very easy. Okay, going to the another example. Grabbing. If you grab something, something else happens. It's very interesting and easy. Or you can, I have to explain. Okay, I want to explain teleport camera. It's very interesting. Teleport to the camera. For doing that, bring our third person here. Third person here. Our person. I want to place some camera and we can click on them and teleport to them. So we need to insert create VR camera, not a regular camera. As you can see, the camera is here. Face it to this position. Okay, and copy it. Another. You can teleport to them. It's interesting. Okay, camera 2, camera 3, rename it. I think the copy of the camera, it gives a problem. I think I have to insert it again. Okay, face it this direction, and we can teleport from this direction. For doing that, I need the object to the trigger as a icon, as a symbol. For example, the arrow. Bring the arrow here, make it the bigger. We point that direction. It means if you trigger this icon, it's N, link it there. If you click this icon there, you can teleport to that camera. Oh, this camera is on the fly. Select it, G to ground, and that's nice. and copy this arrow again. If you go to this direction, you can go to that camera. Okay, let's programming. Training builder. If I trigger this object, we bring it, select this object, select that. If I trigger this object, do something. Do what? Teleport to the camera. Teleport to the camera. To which camera? This camera. Camera 2. You can insert any object with this node. All of these objects are node. Camera, object, anything. Pass. You want to anything. Select the camera number 2 and connect it. Test it first. To what is that? Teleport to camera. It's very interesting. The camera is there. If you click on this, we teleport to that camera here. Okay, as you can see. Oh, sorry, it's positions. Where is this? In this. Okay, you can save it. It's position. Nice. If you click again to this object, inserted object again. Select that. I think you can connect it. As you can see, you can connect one object at a time to this trigger. Okay, another trigger. You can insert it, select this scene node. If you click on that arrow, teleport to another camera. Teleport, execute to execute, another camera, another object here. Assign the camera number 4 to that and connect to the camera, and everything is done. And you can place object on a camera to understanding people that, for example, if you click on this, going to that camera. It's interesting. Okay, this is a teleport. You learn a teleport. Another example, another node is node grab start. It means if you grab something, if you grab a grabbable object, do what? For example, come here, bring this object there. If I want to select this object, for example, you can do anything that you want. Play animation, play a sound. I want to grab objects, for example, change a scene state, change a material. Okay, we capture a scene state for that and changing this material. Scene state for this object, capture just material first. Scene state here, this is an object. Go into the material, change its material to the red, capture, and done. We have two scene state of that object. This material and this material. Just click and drag on a scene. So, if I click, I grab it. So, we have to make it grabbable to effect, to interactions, make grabbable this object. What is that? Oh. In a grabbable object, we just have to a child and just a parent. So for doing that, I click and drag it just in a box and delete that not useless parent, just child and a parent. Okay. Select object or your box. It does not important, but important thing will happen here. Make it grabbable. It okay, and as you can see, you can just grab this object. Or if you select the box will be turned to grabbable object. I select just this object. bring it here, or bring it here. Turn. Head in this direction. Nice. And it's grabbable and programming it. Go to training. If I grab which object? Grab node started. If I grab this object, select, assign to that, and assign to this. And this node grab understand that you mean this grabbable object. And this node tells you, what do you want to do if I grab that object? I want to play in it, what? Scene state. Play do what? Do scene state. Do scene state. Which scene state? The first material is this, so the second material I want to be this. If you grab it, change the scene state, of course, the scene state capture anything that you want, and the material will change. And after, okay, this is after grab started. After grab ended, if you ungrab it, okay, if you ungrab it, that object, then apply another scene state. Which scene state? The previous material. You can switch between any scene state or any material. It's very test it. For grabbing object, you have to click H on your keyboard to grab it. Hit H. As you can see, if I grab it, it turns to the red material, release it, turn to the previous material. As you can see. So you can do a lot of things with grabble. If you grab the object, animation will be happen. If I grab object, play sound, you can add, for example, sound. You can add a video, for example, here. You can play a video when you reach to the area, for example. Okay, in the next example, I want to explain the play and pause sound, play and pause video. And okay, another example is play or pause sound or video. It's very simple. We bring first a sound, another sound, create a sound, for example, here, and don't tick these settings, special or constant, it's good. Apply sound to that. Okay, I download the sound from YouTube audio, and here you can add a text, create text and tell it, for example, a 3D text, play and pause. Okay, you can select it, click N, bring it there, rotate it. If you click play, it will play. If you click pause, it pause. Okay, now we copy that, bring it there, pause or stop or anything that you want. Okay, go to its object and pause. That's it. Okay, everything is ready to programming. Going to the training builder. In here, what I want to do? I want to play a sound if I click these objects. If I click the play, select the object, select the play. Where is that? But it's a simple play, and attach it to the this. Click, and we have a play. And another object, we need to pause. Okay, this is a play and pause. We can rename them to define them better here. If I click on a play, if I click, it means if I trigger this object, if I trigger that object, what happened next? Play a sound, execute a sound. Which sound? Select this. And select this object again to assign it to play. You can Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V again and choose the pause and execute it. Everything is done and it's ready to use. Going here, if I click play, it will be play. As you see, it's taking too long for music. I don't know why, but it's like this. Okay, our music is there. If you play and pause, hold your mouse, go over play or pause, and then release. Okay, it's interesting and you can do a lot of things with these tools. Okay, it's enough. It's enough in this video, and we will more explain the nodes in other tutorials.
Hello my friends, to continue these tutorials on YouTube, subscribe us, like us, and hit the bell icon. And now you will be alerted about all of the amazing videos that we release.